topic is fueling the additive manufacturing market, supporting customers and OEMs with smart financing models. Please welcome Jan-Yves Klames.
Thank you. So, welcome to my talk on fueling the additive manufacturing with finance. Now, we heard already earlier about additive manufacturing. Who was part of the earlier session, just that I know that I don't repeat too many things? Okay, quite some people, so I will keep it quite short there. So we from Siemens Financial Services, by the way, my name is Jan-Yves Klames, we are supporting this technology. Why is this so important? Because if we look at the market, we are talking about 2021, possible market of 26 billion. We are right now at around 7 billion there, and that means it's tripling in the next years. Now that means for you, for our customers, that in the end you have to massively invest to keep up with the market there. And there we come into the picture. So Siemens is not offering only technology, they are also offering with us, with Siemens Financial Service, finance solutions. Now, I just brought 3 cases to you here. One is the digital logistics. That's a real benefit from additive manufacturing, and that describes also why there's such a huge potential. Nowadays, we have optimized all our production towards low-cost countries, low-cost hubs, because that's what's driving right now. Around this, we build a huge logistics because in a lot of cases, the customer are not where the production is. So we have a huge logistics. And then, if we talk about last-minute spare part availability, for example, we need to, of course, make sure that we have stocks in the local countries, probably even at the customer. So with additive manufacturing, the vision is, of course, that we print at the customer side the products he needs, the spare parts, which is a huge value there. And this also shows that we are not creating part of the manufacturing market now and substituting it. It's coming really in addition. The other point is the innovation part. We all know about rapid prototyping, has been done already for decades. Now we can even do with laser sintering metal alloys, and that means these products can be really used in the R&D and can really be used, and I have an example later on in gas turbines, in turbines, for example, and the R&D can get a direct feedback on that, really reducing the innovation cycles. The third one is about shapes. We heard earlier already. Shapes is important because when we talk about the classical milling and drilling, certain shapes are very difficult to create. With additive manufacturing, we can go around that. That means we can focus on the functionality on the part, with the software, with the design software, and then in the end we have parts which are very light, but still are functionally the same than what we had with drilling and milling. Again, this comes in addition and is not reducing the market size from manufacturing. This picture, most of you saw already just now in the talk before. It is basically just showing that we have a lot of technology starting from the software side for the design, totally integrated automation, and last but not least, the continuous improvement on the process there. This is all available, and I invite you again to visit our stand there for additive manufacturing, where you can see that into more details. Now, talking about what's reality already. I brought to you here a nice example that has been shown here, but I would like also that you can touch it, so I will just bring it forward to you and hand it around, please. This is a shovel of a gas turbine, which has been printed by Siemens, and this is used actually to optimize the gas turbines, fully printed in 3D laser sintering. Now, you might think, okay, shovels for gas turbine we are doing already, so what is now the big hype about that? With additive manufacturing, and I'm coming back on the functional shape, we can do small, you can see there are small channels inside, which are cooling this shovel, and that is a really value add, which we didn't have before. Another good example is individualism, if we talk about healthcare. And this was printed on an EOS machine, which you can see also in our additive manufacturing cube. Every skull is different, and if we need implants in the human body, it is good to have them really customized to the patient. So this is also a great example where we say this is really value add from additive manufacturing. Last but not least, this is a spare part example of an armrest. So there, again, we were able to print from polymer buttons there as spare parts individually for the customers. Okay, coming now to the most important topic of this talk, finance. So, if we look at the chain here, Siemens provides the technology. We start on this side. Then we have the company who is producing the 3D system, printing system, and the end user. So in this chain, we have various possibilities. And I would just like to remind you, we were talking about 26 billion, tripling the market in 4 years. That means massive investment is necessary. So let's start on the right-hand side here. We offer extended payment terms. So if you buy from Siemens Sinomeric for your 3D printing systems, you can have this extended in Germany, for example, 180 days, completely integrated into the industry mall. So you have a one-stop shop where you can buy the Sinomeric, the product, and get a financing for 180 days. That reduces, of course, your cash flow problem, because if you are looking at a massive increase of volume there, that means you have probably a cash flow problem, because you want to sell more, produce more, and so on. So that takes part of that care already. If we go to the next step, corporate lending, if you plan as a 3D manufacturing company, if you plan to extend your manufacturing capabilities, a new manufacturing line, we can give you loans for that as well. So that means if you're planning to invest there, we can support you in that part as well. Now you have your, like EOS, you have your 3D printing systems there. You want to sell them to your end user. We can help you there as well from the cash flow perspective, that we buy your receivables and you get paid in 10 days. So again, you have cash to reinvest into building new machines, and we take care of the payment with the end user. That's one model of 3 actually. The second one is that we buy your machine and we lease it to the end user. So maybe the end user says, okay, for this investment right now, I don't have the budget, but it's very interesting for me. I really want to plan strategically into 3D printing. We can make a leasing model for them, which is also quite common in the classic manufacturing business. The third point is very exciting for me. It's about new business models. New business models in the sense of pay-per-use. Yeah? If you sell your machine and the customer would only pay for the hours he uses the printer, that's a fantastic new way of creating new business models, and that we can support you with finance. And I'm happy that we afterwards can talk about these models with you. Now, moving to the end user, of course, loans are available there from Siemens Financial Services. We can support you there as well, or project finance. Yeah? You are planning to expand your 3D printing park to US, for example. We can talk about project finance there with you. So, in a nutshell, I mean, Siemens Financial Service, in addition to Siemens, which are providing the manufacturing, we are very near to our colleagues there. We understand the additive manufacturing market and what's all about with digitalization. So we are basically the best partner for you for investments into additive manufacturing. And you might see I have also a lot of experience on that. All our colleagues are very well familiar with digitalization technologies. And that helps you, because we are giving you out of one hand the technology and the financing. Additive manufacturing is, as I mentioned, one part of the digitalization story. Of course, we are offering a lot of financial solutions for digitalization, because digitalization normally means upfront investment, and then you save by getting more efficient, by reducing your time to market, and so on. So what we do is we finance a lot of digitalization topics, and happy to discuss with you there. We've just launched today a white paper on that. You can get it outside if you leave, or you go to our booth, which is right behind here, the arena. And there you can see how you can get more efficient with digitalization and how we can finance that for you. So I really would invite you to afterwards go to our booth there. Yeah, that's it from my side. As I said, the booth is just there, so I'm happy if you would just be moving there, and we can have a discussion on new business models, on additive manufacturing finance, or in general on how we can finance your digital story. Thank you very much.